Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. And guess who we have back? We have Jenna with us today.
Hi!
Busy day. Busy day. Hopefully, you guys have had a more consistent week than we've had. It's been, to say it's been inconsistent is really an understatement. Dealing with a lot of inconsistencies with really just the sales and trying to figure it all out. I don't know if you guys have seen the posts that I've put out on the channel. I don't know if you have your notifications set, or if you maybe don't even watch with the app or not, the YouTube app. But I put out a series of posts just kind of showing you our sales, and it's not great. I'll tell you that. I mean, we started off really good, probably one of our best weeks. It was really encouraging, but then you look at the fact that since Wednesday night, we haven't had a sale, and that's quite concerning. So don't know how to explain what's going on other than it's where it's showing me no sales for yesterday and today in my, the little chart that you see when you sign into your seller hub. But when you go into your markdown sale, because I think sometimes whenever I have slow sales, first thing I look at is, did my markdown sale stop? Because I think that's happened to me before, and I've launched a new markdown sale and things kind of normalized. But that wasn't the case. I actually have my markdown sales extended for the next 6 months. Every 2 weeks, a new one starts. It's all scheduled and set up. But I was looking at the numbers, and I'm like, wait, why do I show yesterday having a $24 sale, which is not much, but it caught my eye. Why does it show $24 sale, but it shows me zero for my yesterday shows zero for sales? So that's a problem, right? So which is true? Both can't be true. You can't have one chart saying there's a $24 sale and the actual seller hub saying that you didn't have any sales. What's going on there? My traffic report, if you trust it, doesn't look too different, even though today's looks like quite a big drop off from the rest of the week, which doesn't make sense because Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are generally our busier days of the week. So I don't know what's happening. I went in and did what some would call a nuclear reset. End items sell similar for the majority of the items in the store, and just trying to figure it out. Went in and my other account, and I did a test buy on my main account for like an $8 item, and it went through. So who knows what's happening? Of course, I canceled the transaction, but it's just the inconsistencies. I would much rather have a $300 to $400 day on average. Maybe one day $300, the next $400, the next $250, the next $450. That kind of consistency to me is consistent rather than having an $800 day then zero. Last year I had 2 0 days followed by a $1,000 day. Now, what are the odds if I have 4 days that I had over $1,000 last year? What are the odds that 2 of them are going to follow the only 0 sales days that I had last year? Not very high, unless something funky is going on in the background. And it just me openly kind of wondering what the heck is going on. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have already been there, done that, and are wondering, well, where have you been, John? We've been complaining about this the whole time. But I mentioned it last year when I had those 2 days where it was really inconsistent, wildly inconsistent without any expectation. And then the next day after 0 sales, I wake up to, 4 or 5 offers, 2 or 3 sales. And it's almost like maybe any activity that happened on the day before with the 0 sales day was put in queue and didn't actually happen until the next day. Who knows? Just me wondering openly, but because there's 2 different figures, there's a phantom sale of $25 that I've never seen, and I maybe should have shipped by now, but eBay's not telling me about it. What's happening there? Is that a negative feedback? Maybe tomorrow it'll pop up as a $24 sale. And is that going to upset my buyer because they bought it 2 days ago and now they're expecting it to be shipped out? So what's happening. Am I going to get a negative for slow shipment? It's all a mystery to me, and hopefully I'm the only one dealing with this, because it's just trying to figure this all out. I'd hate for you guys to have to go through it, but just thought I'd put it out there to see if you guys can help me make heads or tails of it all. And all the while I'm listing, doing the things, have great stuff to sell right now. It's not like I'm kind of in between, like sometimes we have okay stuff to sell. Sometimes we have great stuff to sell. Sometimes we don't have much to sell. I'm on the side of things right now where I'm dealing with great stuff. Going tomorrow to go back to my buddy's house, and he's going to get more stuff out in his yard sale, because he's got to be out sooner than he thought. He's got to get out to Italy for his contract for the Air Force. So I'm going to help him with that and take some stuff out there at the same time. But I usually end up buying stuff from him because he's had some pretty good stuff, and I just don't get it. So that's my diatribe. Only 7 minutes today, and of course we've got Jenna back. And how was the trip?
It was great. It was very fun. It was nice to see where my son is living and working, because I did go to his work and meet his boss. But yeah, it was really nice to be with family and friends that I've known since I was a little child. So we had a really good time. I got to see my niece get married, and it was really a good trip. The weather was amazing. When I left on Tuesday, it was 80 degrees.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, there's no earthquake going on. This stupid camera, I got to get it in place because it likes to move on its own. So I apologize, guys. Sorry.
So I left, and it was 80 degrees in Texas, and I got home and it was cold and pouring. So it was a kind of a shock to my body, but that's okay. Everything's all good, and I had fun. I did miss my best friend and my dogs. I always miss my dogs. They miss me, and it's a nice homecoming when that happens. So anywho, I'm back to regular scheduled programming.
Yeah. And, getting back to the swing of things, and, here we are. So hopefully you guys are doing a little bit better. And then of course you have the issue of thing that's kind of been on my mind for a couple of days, and I still don't know what to do with the other channel. To be honest with you, I'm having thoughts. Do I repurpose it into like a channel, like this is the channel where we talk about policies and things that are happening within our business and sharing those kind of things. And we don't get into the details of like, what did I find, when I went sourcing, or some of the side things that I don't really think a lot of folks really care about, like the interactions between her and I, or other people. So maybe that is a way to go with that channel. I'm sure I'd lose about half the people who are already subscribed, because a lot of folks were tuning in for Josh and a lot of the stuff that he had to say.
Yeah,
so.
I'm never leaving again, just FYI, because when I do, Josh quits YouTube. Well, and hell? I
gotta say though, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. All respect out to Josh Galt. I still feel bad. I feel as bad as I did when
that video made me cry. I didn't even know that was happening. Because see, when I'm gone or John's gone, we don't really talk a whole lot because I was surprisingly busy in Texas. Birthday parties, family dinners, the wedding, it was very, very busy. So we didn't have a chance to talk. So I had no idea. I came home to that video and I just started crying. So
yeah. And it's like, you feel bad for someone who really, really enjoys what they do, and they have to now he's not giving it up full time, right? He's still going to do it part time. But I do know that he does enjoy the interaction through YouTube, and he had to scrub his social media, like he said on the episode, the last episode, because I guess it was a requirement for his job.
Yeah, it's a government job.
So a lot of people saying, well, why don't you just have him on? You know, I don't know if he's going to be able to. Honestly, I'm not even sure he really wants me to keep those episodes up. He hasn't told me to remove them, but I would respect whatever he wants me to do. But at this point, I'm kind of just, I don't know if I repurpose the channel. What's important to me is not only getting a good podcast to you guys. I don't want to just have a podcast for the sake of having a podcast and saying, okay, we're just going to write it in every week. I want not only the material to be relevant to you guys and something you want to watch, but I want there to be a rapport between me and whomever that is. And I just don't know if, you know, having a guest on every week, I could do that on this channel, to be honest with you. I've always wanted the Power Hour to be different than other podcasts. And I know that you guys tune in to FAE, Flipping Ain't Easy, to see me, but I know there's a lot of folks out there who would tune in to that looking for a different face than mine, and I just don't know who that face is, and so that's kind of where I'm torn. And others say just let it go, and I think for now, of course, there's not going to be an episode tomorrow, but I just want to just keep thinking about it. Of course, I consider your feedback, but I just I'm hoping that, you know, I have an answer that pops up, right? The one that makes sense, and nothing has yet.
I think it would be wise just to take a pause. You know, we kind of were, I mean, I know Josh and John talk nearly every day, and they, you know, maybe John has had a knowing of the situation and, you know, it didn't hit him like it hit all of us. And so it wasn't as much of a surprise to John. However, it is a big surprise to what do we do now. So I think it's just wise to put it on pause and really think about what we want to do with that channel, because quite honestly, I don't see anybody else filling that place quite yet. Nobody comes to mind that could fit in that place right now. I think it's going to be a hard spot to fill, in my opinion. Josh is a good guy, and he's very smart, and he knows a lot, and it's difficult for us to just throw somebody in the seat thinking, oh, it's going to be just as successful, when, you know, the reality of it, a lot of those were Josh's subscribers and John's. And so we really just need to take some time and pause and take a moment to really think about what we want to do with it.
Yeah.
It may come back, it may not. And if it does, it'll be great. But right now it's just, we got to take some time.
Well, it's also the most important thing to me is to be able to enjoy it. If I don't enjoy whomever is on the other side of that screen with me, really enjoy that person being, you know, able to be myself and to just relax during the episode, not feeling like it's just ultra professional. I do want it to be informative if it happens again, but I want to be able to relax and have that banter and that rapport, right?
Well, there has to be a chemistry between the two of you,
right.
and whoever it is. And the chemistry between you and Josh was very good. You guys are both really quite the same in a lot of ways. Sure, you may disagree here and there, but then again, your willingness to talk amongst yourselves and work together, and just the chemistry alone between the two of you worked, and I think it always will. But, you know, trying to find someone with the chemistry for John is key for us, I think.
Yeah, certainly. So enough about me. Let's get on to you guys and what you guys have to say. First, let's start with, oh goodness, Guide Guru. Well, thank you for the super chat. Says, what is up, Flippin' Fam? Welcome back, Jenna.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Let's see who else do we have with us today? We got, I don't know, the screen is goofy. We've got Biscuit Butt, Archie. Thanks for being here. Jerry Johnson says, hello, everyone. Welcome back, Jenna.
Hi, Jerry. Thank you.
And we have Mike Camparelli says, hi, family. Welcome back, Jenna. We missed you.
Oh, thank you, Mike. I missed you.
And Jackie says, hello, all. Thanks for being here, Jackie. Brenda Smith says, happy Friday, everyone. Does anyone belong to the reseller water cooler on Facebook? And is it worth joining? I've not heard of that one.
I mean, if it's like any of the other ones, it's just a whole lot of griping and complaining.
See, that's the thing. When it comes to podcasts, right? They're kind of a dime a dozen, right? You have most of the people that are on the podcast have experience. Most people do, their own perspective, but it all kind of ends up being the same show, just maybe a different topic, different faces. And, I just don't want that. I don't want the same. I want something to be different. I think that the cool thing about what Josh and I did was we were willing, even though we probably weren't the most qualified to do it, we were willing to try to tackle some of the topics that people didn't want to touch because they were just too involved. And people tend to, when they get on YouTube, they're afraid of being wrong. And Josh and I took the chance of being wrong. I mean, many times you guys corrected me, but I would have rather taken that chance, getting out in front of you guys and just, put out some material that no one's willing to cover and risk being wrong and being a jerk in some people's eyes than to just play it safe. And that's another reason why it's going to be tough to replicate. I just don't want another reselling pod. Nobody wants to do that. Has to be special to me.
It's got to be something different than the rest. Yeah. And I think it's a cross between a relaxed conversation and professionalism. Yeah. And trying to find the right fit is going to be kind of hard.
Yeah. Mike Camparelli says sales were dead yesterday. Might have been the AT&T outage to blame. Started coming back today. 4 sales so far, plus 1 more for clicking the like button coming up. Well, there you go.
Yeah, yes.
Anybody want to click the like button for me? Maybe you have enough sales.
I'm gonna click it. Now, funny thing. So all the while I was gone in Texas, occasionally I would pop into my eBay account and I would send offers because there was always offers to be sent throughout the day. And I get home and nothing, dead. And so, and the sales on Mercari, Poshmark were going. And now it's like, what the heck happened? I come home and everything stops.
Well, in all fairness, though, while you were gone, I wasn't really doing a whole lot of the stuff that you do because Jenna does the cross listing, right? So anytime I'll do the listing on eBay. So the item starts on eBay first.
Yeah.
So I will list on my main account. I'll get those items up, and then I'll go in and list the other items. We have the shoes, the clothing, the miscellaneous things I don't want on the main account, put on the secondary account. And those are usually very conducive to going over to cross listing over to Poshmark or Mercari. Mm-hmm. And because I was doing the shipping while she was gone, and there's a lot of shipping while she was gone, and just keeping up with my normal routine, I didn't have an opportunity to dive into cross listing because that's what she does. So because of that, we weren't treating Poshmark and Mercari with that daily activity that it's used to seeing. So it's no surprise.
Well, it may not have been getting a new listing every day, but I have Posher VA. And so that's been running this whole time, and we've been getting sales, and it's been going, and everything's going the way it should have. But it's just once I landed in Las Vegas, it's like they're like, okay, let's just shut it all off.
Yeah, so, you're the reason.
I know. Maybe I should go back to Texas.
Yeah.
Tyler, here I come.
No, because Thursday, the whole day was 0 sales. We went and picked you up from the airport. We went out to eat. We're still sitting there, no sales. So I don't know. But we'll hopefully get past that. Callie Deb says, hey, hello, John, Jenna, and all you wonderful people in the chat. I hope you are all having some decent sales. I hope you guys are.
I hope you guys are.
Victor says, hello, everyone. Thanks for being here, Victor. And we have Glenda Bavona. Hi, John and Jenna, and all the awesome people in the chat. My sales have been coming from Mercari and Posh. eBay sales are very few.
Yeah.
And that's a reason, I think, that's a testimony as to why I think many people should really consider getting your eggs out of one basket, eBay, and diversifying by getting your items in front of more people. That'll, if Glenda was just sitting there waiting for eBay sales, she would have missed the Mercari and Poshmark opportunities. And, I talk about this a lot. I'm going to keep talking about it. If you are considering doing cross-listing, check out the TreeCat.io website. They are offering the service for free right now. They're working their butts off to improve the service. Of course, it's a new service, so that's typical. And they're really, the thing that I really enjoy about working with their team is it's a very small family-owned, reseller-owned business. And they are very, very receptive of my ideas, my input. And it's really a cool opportunity. Anytime you can try to help shape and mold something, that is really fun. It's fun, it's rewarding, and I'm excited to see how it turns out.
The fact that I can just send a quick email over to Mike or Michelle asking for advice on a different way to do certain things and getting an almost immediate response it's top notch.
Yeah, what's cool is also they have a little Reddit subgroup that you can go on and post any questions you have. Simply just do TreeCat Reddit in a Google search, and it'll give you the link and go right there. But check it out; it's free. If you're considering using cross-listing in any way, shape, or form to expand your business, go check it out. And I believe they're also here in chat with us. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Paul Rose says, hi, John and chat. Welcome back, Jenna.
Thank you, Paul.
We have David Pentland from Scotland. Says,
yes.
Evening, everyone. Stayed up late for this. Sales are picking back up that time of year after Christmas. Or that after that time of at Christmas.
Yeah.
We got Larry Todd says, howdy, present and accounted for. Thanks
yes.
for being here. And then Jenna's here, even though she's here. And then AJI3 says, Jenna goes on vacation for 1 week and Josh Galt quits. I guess Jenna's never allowed to leave the house again.
Never.
I mean, what's going to happen if...
I know. God forbid I decide to go on another trip.
Yeah, she'll leave and she'll come back and say, honey, don't we have a live today? No, I quit. I just didn't tell you about it. Paul Rose says, hi, David. Me too. Burning the midnight oil for FAE Lives.
Oh, well, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, Paul, thank you. I appreciate you. Paul reached out. Really good person. So thank you for being here with us today. Joe Samard says, good afternoon from NorCal.
Yes.
And then we have Christine Anderson. I held a 25% off President's Day sale on eBay starting late Sunday evening till Tuesday. Tons of sales. May need to have a St. Patrick's Day sale. Why not?
Yeah.
I just have a constant. eBay said somewhere a couple of years ago that the most optimal markdown sale to run is within a 2-week period. Some people like the idea of running it every day to get that, because what happens is within 24 hours of the sale expiring, it'll have like a little countdown, right? It'll tell you how much time's left before the sale is over with. So they'd like to have that in their listings on a daily. I just think, eBay bothered to say it, so why not just use that model? And we have it ending Sunday nights. So usually that's the busiest day of the week sales-wise. People are kind of winding down from their busy weekend. Let's buy whatever we need or want. And I just like having that happen. Ping G says, hello, John. Welcome back, Jenna.
Thank you, Ping.
And we have Sandra says, hello, all. Thanks for being here, Sandra.
Hello.
Callie Debs.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, Callie Debs.
I missed you guys too.
And
believe it or not, it's different when you're not in your element. I mean, my son lives in a very, very, very small rural town, and there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And so, talking to the cows and I got to see baby cows. That was a fun experience.
And the baby cows.
I love baby cows. And
But you brought me back some beef jerky.
I did. I brought you back some beef jerky. I brought you back some barbecue sauce from Buc-ee's and some brisket rub.
Yeah.
So yeah, he didn't get, you know, he got the souvenirs more than I did. I mean, I got a t-shirt.
And did you feel bad for buying the jerky after visiting the baby cow?
No.
You didn't think about it?
No.
Okay.
Because the cows that I visited are pets. They're not for.
Okay.
They're not
even worse,
for
actually.
eating.
Darth Thrifter says it's not possible unless your name is J Ride Griffs. I was going to ask J Ride that. Someone, I don't know. I don't think it's J Ride, but they're using.
I saw that. That actually came up in the chat on Friday when I was watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think it's J Ride. I think it's someone who. I mean, because why would they put Griffs on the? Why would J Ride say that about himself? I mean, that just doesn't make sense. So. Yeah. But yeah, Darth Thrifter. You know what's funny? I came across a video that it was like I was marked on a video. I noticed that you do videos. I didn't know that. So you guys go give. I mean, the guy's not doing videos just for his health. So you know what? When you get a chance, go check out Darth Thrifter. He'll do a video once in a while. Apparently, I just need to get a chance to really. Listen.
Come on! You're not that inconsistent poster videos.
He actually
biscuit butt. Are you?
He actually is. He actually is. He only put one out 2 weeks ago. But no, really no shade there. But just give him a shout out. Go check out his videos. We all have to start somewhere. Maya says, hello, everyone. I had a pretty good sales week across all platforms. Depop was a surprise. 6 sales over there this week.
Wow.
Yeah. Not a site we've tried yet, but my main thing is let's establish ourselves on the main 3 and then branch out if necessary. And I do know that TreeCat's going to be working on adding more than just Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay. And I think it's a wise decision to get good at those 3 and get the kinks all ironed out before branching out to other different platforms. Victor, sales have been very patchy. Yes, I mean, if you call it patchy, it's just like perfect road, perfect sailing, like they just put in a brand new road. And then it's like a huge pothole I hit. And I don't think I can get my car out of it. I got to get a tow truck to get me out of it. I mean, it's going on I've not had back-to-back 2 days where I've had 0 sales.
Yeah, this is wild.
There's something funky with it. Flip It Good says, hey, everyone, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
AJI3 says, taxes are just now getting sent to people, so hopefully it picks up for you this weekend. I hope so. I mean, we're adding good stuff to the store. I'm just going to, I'm motivated. I'm out there working. Like I said, when things are going great and when things are going bad, I just get motivated. I'm like, I've got to do something to either keep the train rolling. Hey, we had a great day. Let's do it again. Or we have a bad day and it's like, I'm doing everything I can to try to get the store out of this rut. And if that means just busting my butt a little harder, then I'm going to do that. Paul Rose says, I've had virtually nothing all week, John. It's like I've been turned off. My green percentages on the second store keep going up daily. Utter fiction. I just can't trust the traffic. I mean,
no. I mean, telling us that we have a sale when we don't have a sale is ridiculous.
And I did do this, guys. Didn't tell you in the story. Really, I don't want to say I'm ashamed of doing it, but I really have kind of talked people out of the idea of doing it because you shouldn't. And the only reason why I did is because when you see something is broken, the markdown sale says I had a $24.29 sale. And then the report on the Seller Hub says I haven't had any sale. So that's a problem. Like there could be an outstanding transaction I'm not aware of. What's going on? Let's find out. So I went on the help and contact. And of course, I'm like, okay, let's take a shot in the dark here. Now I could have gone for eBay for business. I've not had the type of luck that some people have had on eBay for business on Facebook. That was going to be an option, but let's just try it. Got my phone out while I'm working out in the garage so I could throw it on speaker, and why not just humor myself to see what happens. So I went into the chat bot on the PC, and it said, I think I had to put, I'm a buyer looking to learn how to buy on eBay. Okay, fine. I get the chat bot up, and then I have someone call me, and it's like, well, wait. Tell me why you need help. And so I'm like, okay, let's go with the old bag of tricks. I need information on the authentication process. And my thought was maybe it'll get me a US rep. And it came back and said, okay, we can chat with you or we can call you in 2 minutes. Call me in 2 minutes. So I clicked that, took my phone, went in the garage and just started working. Within 2 minutes, I got a call. And guess what? It was a U.S. rep. And they weren't from the authentication team either, which was great. And so I said, look, this is what's going on. And she's like, that's really weird. I'm going to have to send this over to our tech team and see what happens because it's not, there's no way to explain it. It's not like I had someone buy my item through the sale and they just didn't pay. You know, that then you show up as in your sales once they paid. That didn't happen here. That's awesome. Talk about that here in a second. I'll tell you in a second. So she's going to put a ticket in and we'll see, you know, maybe they'll do a hard reset of my store. Something very similar happened back in 2019 where they couldn't figure it out. They did a hard reset of my store where I didn't have any views for like 2 to 3 days. And then boom, sales were normalized. So it could be, we all know eBay for being glitchy, right? It could be that the glitch bug decided to hit me. Now, this is another thing that came up or has been.
Oh, don't dox us.
Well, I'm not doxing. There's no information on
Our
it.
address
Oh,
is
okay.
right
Well,
fucking
whatever.
there.
You guys come get me. I've had tires sent to my way, so I'll expect more. Fine, I doxed myself. But nonetheless, jury summons sent to my house like 3 weeks ago. Tried to get out of it through email saying, look, this is my, this is what I do for a living. It's going to be a hardship if you make me serve on a jury for who knows how long. They denied it, so I need to go in on Monday and talk to the judge and then make my case. So it is quite possible that I won't be home on Monday in time for the show. I mean, I don't know.
Is that this Monday?
That's this Monday.
Wow.
So I'm going to do what I can to get off of this. But I was even thinking about trying to postpone it. Just call and say I'm not feeling well, and then they'll postpone it. I might do that. But then if they do that, then I'll screw up my trip coming up in May.
Yeah,
My chance they'll
just
say,
go and get it over with.
Yeah.
Just make up some kind of something.
Yeah. So this is just a notification telling me to call in and gotta love jury duty, right? I know it's your civic duty to serve, but it's at the same time.
Said go to the courthouse dressed up as the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to say, look, my focus right now is on my business. I need to figure out some things. My mind's on my business, and it's not going to be focused on whatever you guys have me looking at. And I'm just being honest with you on that. So you want me to serve on your jury? I will, but don't get upset with me if I'm like zoned out because I'm not here. And we'll just see how that works. Because that's going to be the truth. My mind, I'm on vacation thinking about the business. Can you imagine me sitting in some boring case? I'm going to be thinking about the business.
Yeah, he can't even play poker without thinking of the business.
Yeah. So Andre Squaw says, howdy. Hope everyone is doing well.
Hello.
How are you doing? Whiplash the Snake says.
Whiplash the Snake
says only 2 sales for me today, and one was just someone paying for an item that sold 2 days ago. Ooh. Well, yeah. I envy you on that.
We at least you had something.
We got Duncan VR from Australia says, welcome back. Jenna, how's your trip? Did John miss you?
John did miss me. And
yes.
Amongst all the many things that he was doing while I was away, he managed to clean the house before I got home, which I didn't leave it messy. However, he did clean all the dishes that he dirtied and everything.
The laundry.
And he did laundry.
Kitchen, bathroom.
Put it away.
Because you know what? I know how it feels when you get home from vacation, and it kind of is a bummer to get home, you know, time to get back to work, but oh crap, I got all this stuff to do too. And so I didn't want her to feel that way. So hopefully that was good. Yes. Biff Boffo says, I have 40,000 items with 3.6% conversion, and I still have days that absolutely tank. But 2 days in a row? After having 2 days in a row, after having your best day of the year. I don't know how too many people can keep saying that.
We've had in this year, but
I mean, okay,
well, say of the year,
$800 and some odd day is a top 5% day for us. It's a huge day. And to have it associated either before or after with a 0 sales day just doesn't make any sense. Larry Todd says, no sales since Wednesday night. Yikes.
Oh.
No,
wait, what's
I think
today?
he's talking about me, though. I think he's yiking.
yeah,
I think he's yiking me.
Yeah, because we all know Todd makes the sales every day.
He looks forward to. He's the one person that looks forward to the show.
He's the one that gets all the cha-chings.
Yeah, he's hoping we have a show on Monday, so you might have to fill in for me. Henri Squaw says, I missed the first minute. What happened? Diatribe.
You're gonna have to go back.
Amazon Seller 99 says, glad Jenna's back. John seems uncomfortable when he's all alone. Really? I really seen that uncomfortable?
You did. I watched a little bit of the one from I would have tuned in on Monday, but I was actually taking a nap.
I was talking for a solid 2 hours without taking a drink, without taking a breath. And it's nice to have someone there with you to let you have a second to at least look at the next comment or, think about what you're going to say. Guy Girl says, dang, Biff, that is a great conversion. I'm like half of that. Yeah, it is a good one. Maya says, John, do you think the inconsistencies in the sales numbers have to do with time zones? I know for me, I'm in Eastern time, and I know eBay usually has things in Pacific, and the internet was weird yesterday.
I think that had to do with the whole AT&T thing.
Yeah,
right?
but that's not everyone. I mean, look, I'm
not
AT&T.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that.
I think, look, if I went from 800 to 200, right? A big drop, then I would say maybe that had something to do with it. But to have goose eggs now 2 days in a row, even AT&T's fixed their issues with the hacking or whatever was going on. It's not happening right now. So
eBay doesn't like us, Charles said.
They might not. I mean, it might be. You know what? Let's do it. Let's hit this guy.
Evie doesn't like them either.
eBay doesn't like you, but the platform is evil. Doesn't like me either. Or Evie or evil.
It says, but the problem
is Evie.
Doesn't like me either.
Who's Evie?
Evie is Evie your wife? Evie doesn't like you either.
I don't know. It sounds like a bad person. I don't want to see Evie. Paul Rose says, same for me, silver hair. And then Geiger is wondering about the AT&T glitch. I just don't think so. Honestly.
I mean, it could play a little small part.
Okay.
You just don't know. We will not ever find out the answer. We could make up all kinds of theories, but we will never know.
I didn't walk under a ladder. I did not see a black cat cross my path. I didn't break a mirror
inside the house.
No, I don't know. Maya says, I missed the outage, I think, because I wake up in the afternoon, but I wonder if the traffic numbers got scrambled or they're slow to upload eBay's reports.
I don't know what it is, but they need to really get their shit together because I'm tired of it, honestly.
Yeah, it just sucks. Another thing, I'm sitting out in the garage, I'm trying to list, and I go to my SKU. It's only happening when I'm in the app and I go to I actually went in and deleted the app and re-downloaded the app. It's hanging when I go into the SKU to put where my location is of the item. I'm like tapping on it, like, what's going on? And all of a sudden, 2 seconds later, the app just drops. So got to go back in, fire up the app, go to my draft. It's like, what's going on? It happened to me no less than 10 times this week, and it happened to me a few times a day. We got Devon's with us, so thanks for being here.
Girl.
We got Silver Hair says, I was commenting on what John said. My sales are good. Yeah, I figured that you were talking about mine. Yeah, you come here for the cha-ching sales, but I'm sure you do well consistently.
He doesn't need our cha-chings.
Tommy says, there is no consistency in any store, online, mall, gas station, eBay, Poshmark, Mercari. But I'm not talking about, look, let's 400, 400, 400, 400. No, I'm not talking about that kind of consistency. I'm saying that the reports, the traffic, if you just look at the traffic reports, you see what? Somewhat consistent activity, right? No crazy dips. Like one day I'll have 100,000 impressions just without actually knowing my numbers off the top of my head. One day I'll have 100,000 impressions and the next I'll have none, or I'll have 10, then 100,000, then 20. It just, you're very consistent when you're looking at your traffic reports. And to me, it would make sense that you would have some consistency in your sales as well, to just constantly be like on a roller coaster ride from hell. Just doesn't make sense to me. Big Dre says, hello, everyone. Just pulling up some orders right now, trying to decide whether to fix a plumbing leak or organize the storage unit next.
Fix the plumbing leak.
Yeah.
That's a must.
Yeah, because it could only get worse.
The storage unit can wait.
Yeah. and avoid the plumber's crack. Pull up the pants. Andy Reno says, "Okay, let's do this.
Let's do it."
Guy Guru says, "Tommy Piggly Wiggly has consistent sales."
There's never a live that can go on without the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, that's Tommy's thing.
We should get sponsored by them. What the hell?
Yeah, okay. Biff Boffo says, "I've had my 2 best days and 2 worst days of the month, all the same 7-day span before. Just try to look at my 30-day." Yeah, I wasn't alarmed until I saw, well, why is it that when I look at my markdown sale report, it's saying I have a random sale that never happened? Anybody ever see that? Anyone ever see that at all within their numbers when they go to their dashboard and you go to the markdown sale and you see that a sale has happened that you can't replicate when you're looking at your overview on your seller hub and it shows nothing there? This doesn't make sense to me. Tommy says, "Nope, they're laying off all the people I sent there, guide." Maya says, "Yeah, it's true. If you go to the mall, there are slow days and days with tons of traffic."
Yeah, and which I completely get. However, if you have this gas station on the corner that's
that analogy alert.
running, you know, you get sales every single day. There's consistent traffic, but some days are going to be higher than others, but there's still traffic. Same as for eBay. I mean,
look, it's not like we all lost sales on Thursday. It's not like we all just died. You know, all the AT&T cell phones went out. Okay, then everyone reported no sales. Well, we could think, well, maybe something happened with eBay. Maybe they were hacked too or whatever. But one carrier out of the 3 or 4, whatever, how many carriers there are, goes down. You still have the other 75% of people that are still able to use their phone and make sales. So because it feels like it's isolated within my account, I really think that maybe they hit my account somehow. I don't know. Maybe I got hacked, right? I don't know. Who knows? Or maybe I'm just the bug of the day.
Let's not even maybes anymore. Like, let's just move on.
Right. But I'm just hoping that someone out there actually has seen this within their own account before. Maybe it's just a glitch that just popped up on my account. Rhiannon says, "Hey, J&J and family, happy Friday." Thanks for being
Friday.
Here. Friday. Silver Hair Stacker says, "Consistency reports would require selling similar or same items with same prices." I'm selling a lot of the stuff that I've been selling.
It's a lot of the same stuff.
Samantha Hunter says, "Hey, Jenna, welcome back. Looking fabulous as always. You too, John. How's everything? I'm still hanging in, but eBay."
Well, thank you, Samantha.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
I'm doing well, and my trip was amazing.
Todd says, "Selling a wide variety are going to show pinball-like sales." You're right, but again, I'm selling a lot of the same things. You know, I have multiple quantities in some things, and I've added some really good stuff too. Let's see. Tommy says, "If we don't have the same identical items and nothing else in the store are willing to take any offer, no matter how low, it's impossible to have sales that don't fluctuate." Yeah, and it's, again, I don't think I would even have mentioned it if I didn't see the discrepancy between 2 reports. Biff says, "My 40K items are in the same niche and it's still arrived." Devon says, "Crazy full moon week, not in sales though." And Guy Guru says, "John, take a break from the other channel until you get it sorted out. Just my thoughts." Yeah, I'm going to. Paul Rose has turned down a few low balls countered, but had already low value, well priced. You can't do 50% off, and there's just no point.
Yeah,
you might as well just price it that low, right? Tommy says, "I think John losing his husband has caused him to stay in bed and cannot listen to."
No, it is very sad for us, and we're, really bummed out about it, but we still have to go on.
Yeah. And then Ken says, "Hey, John and Jenna, glad you came back to supervise John." Yes, I need it.
Yeah, he needs a little supervising sometimes.
And with that, I wasn't expecting to bring that up. I was watching Tech and Sports video today. He had one. Actually, I think he put it out yesterday, where it was talking about, we're resellers. We're used to having bosses. We don't have bosses. And we kind of he didn't say it like this, but my interpretation, we kind of do our own thing and we're not really held accountable. And I really think that many would do better on eBay if we had a boss breathing down our neck saying, okay, we need this done by 3 o'clock and then we're gonna get on to the next thing. Just a random thought based on you saying that.
Are you saying that I'm the boss and I make sure that I breathe down your neck to get things done? Is that what you're saying?
If that's what it takes, yeah, makes you happy. That's what you want to hear.
Well,
I'm going to say what you want to hear.
Just so you know, I need to place a Sephora order.
Okay.
So I need you to get on that.
No, okay. I'm quitting then.
eBay, are you listening?
Okay. Celebrity Video says hello from Morocco.
Morocco.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Samantha Hunter says, oh, John, did you know that if you don't list consistently that thumbs up for sales doesn't respond? So everybody list for John's channel and sales offers and whatever listing works. It does work.
That's right. And we swear by it. I mean,
I'm out there listing today. And I'm like, okay, this hopefully will, get me an offer or a sale. Nothing, even this stuff I'm going through is not as motivational as I list an item and boom, eBay hits me with the sale. Okay. So I list another item, boom, they hit me with another sale. It's like
it's
I'm playing
always a good day when he's tugging war with eBay.
Yeah, it's like having a tug of war with eBay. It's like, okay, I'll keep listing then.
Yeah, see nothing. It's just crickets.
Cole Williams says, I'm having a similar week, ups and downs. Today has been a decent day. I wish I could say that.
I wish I could say that. We have absolutely no activity. It's just the wildest thing.
Went and picked up a load of stuff this morning. Came back home, wasn't feeling good. And, but I just got myself out there and pushed through it. MJ says, didn't he just buy a inventory though? I've got a good amount of stuff. He's
not quitting, guys.
You're talking about Josh. Yeah, Josh, yes.
He's not quitting eBay. He's just he's going to be working full time and doing eBay on the side.
Yeah.
So
he's still doing that on the side.
Yeah.
And that just shows you, he enjoys what he does.
Yeah.
But at some point, unfortunately, eBay doesn't provide you with benefits.
Right. When you're the breadwinner in the family and there's no other choice but to do what you have to do to get the money in the bank and the health insurance and all the things. And I don't blame him for doing what he's got to do. We did.
And to be honest with you, he didn't have to the last couple of weeks. He didn't even have to show up for Power Hour. And I would have understood, but he took the time, even when he wasn't willing to do his own channel because he had so much going on, he made the time. So if you're out there, Josh, listening, hey, thanks, man. We had a good ride and I appreciate everything that you did for not only for the channel, but for the community. You were, hopefully you're going to be missed, but hopefully you find time to come back and say hi at some point. Devon says it's hard to see Josh leave, but I understand what he has to do. And Maya says, MJ, he's just going part-time, not quitting, right? Tommy says, I'll never understand why he didn't just cash out with a 50 to 75% off sale to get the money he needed and flush out the bad buys, start over. Sometimes it's hard to say, okay, I'm going to do 50 to 75% when I know there's value there. And, we talk about it all the time where, after a while, you just take what you can and move on and flip it. But I get it. I understand. It's like, especially when you see an item as, wow, this is really a cool piece. I know I bought it for, let's say, $10 to flip for $100, but to give it away for 15 to 20 plus shipping just doesn't do it. So I don't know. Especially when you're still going to do it part-time. Maybe I know that he had a very time-sensitive decision that he had to make. And I think that played it. If he had more time to think about it, maybe he would have made a different decision. Paul Rose says, hi, Tommy. Did you see Nick and Andrea Hill's video on account verification? 2.5 weeks and eBay are still holding their funds and giving them the runaround. Nuts. No, you think that they've been around for quite a while. It could be the fact that they did different types of items, maybe a different volume of sales. It's the very popular couple that they sell in the UK. They have eBay account, YouTube account or YouTube channel. where they're, talking about what they sell and stuff. They're very popular in the UK. Hard to really say. You'd think that just the seniority of selling on the platform would allow that to happen, because I've never seen anything like that happen with any of our accounts in the US. Maybe it's a UK thing. MJ says, I'm sure you've made the right decision. I'm trying to keep up. Yeah. We all are, I think. Guy Grew says, I'm in the same boat as Josh, had to get a job, but I've actually been more productive on eBay, although definitely less time to focus on eBay. Stress levels are back in the green also. Maya says, or find someone who wanted to buy a large quantity for cheap all at once, as far as the inventory. Yeah. We have Spam Banshee says, aloha, you guys. Jenna, I was on the verge of crying when I saw the video, especially when John said he was really sad.
Well,
I was sad. I am sad.
I have to say that in that moment, John was about to cry, and that's what made me cry. I
just felt bad. I genuinely feel bad that, he's in the position that he's in, and he had to leave something that, because I consider Josh a friend, with or without him on the channel and all that. I certainly do. Stephen,
it's just sad.
Stephen J 78 says, I'd like to take a moment to announce the promotion of my wife to director of our new Don't Care department. Sure, she'll do us a great job. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I'm a secretary on that.
I don't mind wives that don't care, because it's like, honey, I'm going to go and play some cards at the casino.
I don't care.
I don't care. It's like,
I'm going to go play golf. I don't care.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Tommy says, Paul, I have not. That does happen occasionally. If that had a big influx of sales recently, I'll check it out. Thanks for telling me.
The only I don't care that you like to hear is when you ask me what's for dinner. I don't care.
Well, that means that it's on me.
Yeah.
And you like saying I don't care because it's not on you.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I know.
Todd says, Josh is one incredible dude. Known him 11 years on YouTube. He'll do what he needs to do to take care of his family.
Absolutely.
MJ says, plus he has like a big photography sale in the works, right? That's probably a sigh of relief for him. I really don't know what he's got going on with his eBay, what he's got going on with the sales. Carla says it might be clear in a few weeks. It might be. Yeah. Right now, my main hurdle is just getting my eBay right. Jenna, can you please start saying bean instead of bin to help us get through this transition?
I will try to throw a bean in every once in a while.
You know what? It cracked me up because Primo Chemo has like this montage of him saying bean, 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 bean on his little stream deck there. I was like, okay, now I got to get a stream deck. That's really cool. Not Funny says, do it monthly with a guest so it doesn't die. Could be a revenue source down the road. I mean, if we're being honest, it hit 1,000 subs. I think the just like a week ago, actually not even a week ago, 2 days ago, they sent me a notification that we got paid $110. That's it. But yes, it is a revenue stream. It's not going to break the bank by any means. I just enjoy it. I think sometimes I come on here and I tell you guys how much I enjoy the lives, and I'm not just saying it. I do. I drop everything that I'm doing to make sure that we're doing the lives. I just hope that this jury duty thing doesn't screw that up here over the next week or so. I mean, wish me luck on that.
Well, there's so much I could tell you. You should.
Well, I'm not going to go in there and I'm not going to be an idiot either. Lissa says, and then there's chemistry between the hosts. Yes, that's the most important thing for me. Guide says maybe Josh can come back as guest X, blur his face and modulate his voice.
That would be funny.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be funny.
Like, hey guys, I have a guest with me, and we're not going to reveal the person until at the end of the show. So put your guesses down, but sort of like the Masked Singer, and just put the blur. And I don't know how you could do that. It's a podcast. That'd be interesting. MJ says, do what you will, but there are plenty of people who can guest co-host that podcast with you. It needs some refreshing, in my opinion. Another perspective would only benefit that podcast. Yeah, I think you're right. Samantha says, hey, John, listen to Jenna. Just let the eBay Power Hour rest, pause. We'll come back when it's time. I enjoy the channel, but SHT happens. Josh G will surface again. You keep doing what you're doing. Yes. Just a lot of consideration I need to take. That's free. And I appreciate that. We're here for you. Okay. Yeah. I appreciate you guys. You know, the fact that I can put in a post on YouTube and say, hey guys, here's what's going on. What do you think? And even if it's late at night, some of you will say, hey, here's what I think. I appreciate that. Devon Short says, please hit the thumbs up. Yes, please do. You get your sale in the next 24 hours. It does help the channel. It does help YouTube think, wow, it's a pretty good live. We have 210 people watching,
wow,
which is really awesome. So thank you guys for being here. And all I really ask is just hit that like button.
Yeah.
We've got Todd says, would consistency increase with more items listed? Theoretically, yes. But what happened early in the week? Why was I getting just the same amount of traffic, but the sales were, I had an 8 sales day, 9 sales day. I think I had a 6 sales day. Just that's consistency to me. I even had a 10 item sales day with only 300 in sales. I mean, a lot of the smaller items in my store, some of the multi-quantity items sold in that case that I still have in my store right now. So the traffic numbers seem to be about the same, but the sales are just not there. Something's funky. And we're going on 48 hours without any action there. So something's not right. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you for doing that. Let's see. I think I am right here. Guys, is any social media group you have to be discerning with what you read and interact with? You can still learn and help educate. Just have to skip past the chat. Yeah,
that's right.
True. We have Drew Trot says, good day. Good day. Hope you're all having a great weekend. And I'm sure you don't sound anything like that, but I just had to say it.
Sound like you're drunk.
You know what? I got to tell you, this is just a total diss on myself. But you guys want to have an absolute laugh. Go into one of the Power Hour episodes with Josh and I. Throw that thing on 0.5 times speed and just sit back and listen to 2 drunk guys talk about eBay. It is so funny. It is so absolutely funny. I would sit here and just die laughing. John gets a kick out of
it. He's in here doing God knows what. And all of a sudden I hear his video playing and it's at some crazy speed and he's dying laughing in here. It's quite funny.
It is spot on. 2 drunk guys having a conversation about eBay. It's so worth it. Christian's dad 2011 says sales consistently. I've never had to work so hard for sales on eBay as this past year. It's getting harder and harder, but it beats a 9 to 5 every day. Hope everyone has a great weekend. And my complaint isn't about the journey. It isn't. I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy being able to do it how I do it without someone telling me to do it differently, without the commute, without just being subject to people I may not like or may not like me that I have to work with. And well, you like me a little bit, right? So it's a lot better on my mental health to be able to do what I do. Lissa says, happy Friday, FAE peeps. Glad to have Radiant Miss Jenna back balancing Dear John. Not that he's unbalanced. Let's see while driving.
I don't know. There are moments.
I'm halfway balanced. Maya says, honestly, eBay podcast can be good, but there's always a fine line between talking about issues, going full conspiracy theory. Like I wouldn't listen to a podcast of pure conspiracy theory. Yeah. But I mean, it happens, right? Yeah. I'm sure that even the great Tommy Bernard will at some point go, this is weird. Well, maybe it's because I didn't do this or I did that. Maybe that crosses in the back of his mind that maybe it's because of something he did or didn't do that is causing whatever to happen. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that kind of allows that to cross my mind. Now, whether you act upon that is maybe something different entirely, but to at least think about what could I have done differently or what did I do to cause this to happen? I'm sure it crosses all of our minds at some point. Christian's dad, 2011 says, by the way, hit the like button for my sale. Let's go. There you go. See, be like Christian's dad and hit that like button and get your sale. Awesome. David says the Facebook water cooler Is that Facebook? FB Water Cooler group is run by Shed Flips, and it's about sharing tips and pricing niche items. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I have one Facebook group that I follow and kind of participate in and helping people and stuff like that. But aside from that, I just don't spend a lot of time like I used to. We got Josh Bama, Jaybird Resell says, "What's up, FAA friends in Omaha for Planes to Profit?" And had a few minutes before dinner. Hope everyone is well. Sorry to hear Josh was leaving. Yeah. Well, awesome. You know what? Take a lot of videos and photos from your experience out there. I'd like to see what happened. I'd like to go to more events, but I just can't. We got so much stuff that goes on.
Somebody's got to run the business.
Yeah, she just got through with her trip, so we need to.
And he's going on a trip in what, 2 weeks?
So we have a directors meeting that's happening next weekend where we go. There's 8 of us that run this golf club, like this a golf event where we have like 100 guys come out from around the country, actually. So we get together, and they were going to come out here to Vegas, and we're going to like have dinner and talk about the club. But they said, let's go out there, play a couple rounds of golf at the resort. Let's talk about it and work out, iron some kinks out, and then we're ready for the May tournament. What we do every year.
Why can't you just do it over a Zoom call?
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Randy
Price says, eBay site is having issues today. Have had 2 people saying they could not accept offers, and someone said they could not pay till I sent an invoice.
See, we thought that's what could be happening, and then John he bought something from our other store to see if that was something, if he had a problem with it going through, and it went through fine.
Fine. So we got the sale. Of course, we went in and canceled the transaction because I'm not buying for myself. It makes no sense. I don't know. I mean, anybody ever tried to do a test sale on their own account? Let's see. Tommy says, yeah, Poshmark is about sharing, nothing else. They don't have account traffic and such like eBay.
Yeah.
It's about building up followers. We have over, I think, 200,000 followers. And you simply, whenever you share your closet, you're sharing to everyone that you followed who's decided to follow you. And then Fartsack says, anyone know what WTF is going on?
What the?
Yep. And then Bearded PokeTuber says, Mike, I thought you knew. Paul Rose says, send some of that my way. Silver hair, I hit the like. And someone gave you a spanking.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Know. I didn't. Must have been good.
Devon says I should try Posherva.
Posher BA. Yes, I like it. It does all the work for me. I have not even gone into the program because I have it all dialed in.
What did I actually call it? Posherva.
Posherva.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say that. Posting new items and relisting are still important. A lot of people have saved searches, or they search and filter just to see if there's anything new. I don't know what I missed there. Maybe a sidebar convo. But I'll continue. Tommy says, I joined your Patreon for the answers, Mike.
Okay.
Am I missing something here? I don't know. I'm going to start skipping sidebars here. Maya says, relisting and posting new items on Mercari, on the other hand, is extremely important. I believe that's the case. We have Randy Price says, I do both Posh and Mercari, and same days have more sales. Some days have more sales on those two than
That's
eBay.
What exactly happened for us overnight.
Yeah.
We had more sales on Posh and Mercari than eBay.
Lisa Nia says, hi, y'all. Just watched Nick and Andrea on our eBay service nightmare. I'm mad for them. Would be any of us. Sorry, I'm late. Could be any of us. Sorry, I'm late. You sound like my 2nd grade teacher when I was trying to learn how to read for the first time. Correcting me. Let me make my mistakes. I'll correct myself.
It's starting to get annoying.
Rosie says, hi, John and Jenna. Sorry to hear your sales are slow. Jenna, welcome back. Hope you had a great time.
I did. Thank you, Rosie.
Tommy Bernard says, I don't relist on Poshmark ever. No problems. Great sales.
Relist? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Why am I so confused?
I don't know. You're too busy correcting me than following the conversation. Just being real. Maya says, yeah, me too, Randy. Most of my sales come from Poshmark. Generally now I make more on Poshmark than eBay and Mercari combined. You can. You have to, of course, it boils down to having the right item, the right price, and good photos. I have a video I'm probably going to drop tomorrow. It is the most ridiculous listing I've ever seen. And then you go into the couple other items they have for sale. It's a zero feedback seller, and it's like, what the hell are these people thinking? So I'm going to put that up. I'm not going to give you any more information than that. It'll be dropped sometime this week.
Absolutely.
I just scratching my head still. Biff says the Q4 report is going to come out Monday, and people are going to read way too far into it again and come up with all kinds of conclusions that simply won't be true. That's what eBay fosters, though. Well, they foster it because they don't explain. They don't communicate with. This is not the truth at all. We are not their partners, but you'd like to think as sellers in some, maybe just in a small way, we're partners with eBay, that they would be able to come out and say, here's what's happening. They come out with this very late winter seller update, which is fluffy, right? There's no explanations as to, well, this is what you're seeing. This is why the search has still not been fixed. This is what we're doing with promoted listings, or what we're working towards. It's only on a need to know thing. And I get it. I keep saying it. We don't want the algorithm, all the ins and outs. I'm sure most of us do, but I will settle just for basic communication. And, what comes out with the Q4, how about, as expressed in our Q4 data, this is kind of where we're going with our business. And they just don't do a great job of doing that. We got Otnip, Drop Flips, Spilf, Ford Pinto. Richard says, hello, everyone. J&J.
Hello.
Tommy says, if it was going to be bad, Biff, there would already be info out there. And of course, it may be questionably bad, but just like the last time this happened, I think, was it the report they put out for, what was it, for Q3 or whatever? They spun it like, oh, wow, we lost this many buyers on the platform, but we still made revenue. And it's like, okay, that's because you charge us more on promoted listings. Let's see. Hold on real quick. We've got Sidekick Comics. Well, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks
for being here.
That.
Yeah, but that's awesome that you're here. Any questions? I'm going to try to get to as many folks as I can. I just try to. Sorry guys. Here's my grid. It says my account notification states to ship one of my sold items that I shipped out the next day last week. My account is glitched right now, and my sales are half at this point.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. That makes me wonder if that $24, whatever that is from a previous day.
Okay, but
you can't make it make sense, because it doesn't. Doesn't. But if he's having that problem.
Well, he's not having that problem. He's having a problem.
A problem.
Yeah. So I don't know, guys. Maya says, that's funny, Tommy. But I'm just saying that a lot of shoppers, including me, use the saved searches. A lot of people were excited when they had it, when they introduced it. Okay.
I have never used it.
MJ says, man, I'm really out of the loop. I tried Prime Lister because of you, switched to Vendu because of you, and now there's TreeCat. Guess I need to check out that one. Okay.
Believe me, MJ, we said the same thing to each other.
Yeah.
We're not going away from TreeCat for a very, very, very long time.
Well, and the main thing, the main really sticking point, like I mentioned it earlier with TreeCat, is the fact that they allow us to be very, very involved in the process. There's some things that they're working on, which I can't reveal, but it is very seller focused. And I like the fact that they've allowed us to be involved in that process to develop their business. They didn't have to. They don't have to. But the fact is that they are, and that they do, really tells me that they want to develop a product that is going to work for many, many resellers. And it's almost like when you deal with some of these other companies, and by the way, those other companies are fine companies. I'm not going to disparage them at all.
No.
But there's just something about when you're dealing with a larger company, there's a disconnect. You know, as a sponsor of any type of product, if it feels like you're just dealing with a form letter when you're communicating, it's not as exciting. When you get a chance, and that's why we made the change, because we really saw a big opportunity to help influence something that I think if done right, it can actually be really special. So that was the biggest concern I had, was to say, okay, great, we just made a video for this other company, and now we're making a change, and it has nothing to do with the quality of the service. I think you find a lot of these companies are very, very much the same when it comes to what they have to offer. And I think that TreeCat, while they want to be very good at what you expect from a cross lister, but they're willing to implement new things, and that's exciting to me.
Yeah.
Biff says, true, Tommy, I don't expect it to be that bad. I don't know. Here we go again. You got Scott was looking for you. Says, Jenna John was awful. Glad that you're back. And I'm really trying not to skip comments today, Scott. So, and by the way, check out when we're done here. We got about another.
Is he going live today?
I believe he is. He almost always does. So check out Bearded Picker's channel today in the next 45 minutes. When we finish with this program, jump on over to his channel and check him out. I will try to do that too, but I got a lot of things I got to get done tonight.
Not beef jerky from baby cows, Todd. No, they have to be full grown.
Is the cow still there? Biff Boffo says, the last report, people said eBay hates low ASP, yet eBay spared the 10-cent hike on under $10 items while also expanding the categories for eBay standard envelope. I think they did that, though, in all fairness. If someone's selling an item, now we're talking about the end price plus the shipping plus taxes, under $10, how much does that seller really have to work with? That 10 cents could be a huge cut out of whatever profit they have left. And I'm sure that would have caused people to even get more upset. So yes, kudos for eBay for not doing that, because it shows them that they're really not out to get the small sellers. But it's hard not to think that, with the lack of communication, right? We're guessing, like, here's all their featured categories that they're pushing out, but they're not willing to acknowledge the rest of our existences with our items. Like, hey guys, maybe put out a commercial saying, you know, we have everything, anywhere from a $5 trinket that you're looking for to your $1,000 whatever. We've got it all. How about acknowledging on some level that the other 95% of the items are here on eBay? There's a lot of people that have no clue that your $10 item is there. And the fact that they didn't punish those folks, I think, is a good thing. But unfortunately, I think a lot of us on YouTube drew the conclusion and talked about them not wanting to deal with the small stuff because they came out in one of their financial quarterly reports last year and said they were trying to move away from the smaller end stuff. They said that, and Josh talked a lot about that, but they were kind of showing us that, you know, if you transition to the higher ASP stuff, it was going to be beneficial. So I don't know, maybe we can read into this all we want, but I just think it was good that they didn't punish the smaller ticket folks anymore. Guy Greer says Buc-ee's is wonderful.
Yes, it is. I could have spent a lot more time in there, but my son was rushing me.
And then No Bullshit says you should go to a slaughterhouse sometime and see what that's all about. I'm sure it's not fun.
No, thank you.
We go to the casino, so that's probably
Buc-ee's is better than Disneyland.
Disney World.
Disney World. Yeah. It's way better.
Maya says, I assume the Griff's thing came up after all the comments on Josh's video.
There's a lot of comments about that. I don't know what that's about, but you're good.
Yeah, I'll skip a little bit. See, that Beard, caveat, I'm skipping sidebar comments right there. I'd like to read them at some point.
Well, you can go back and read them yourself.
Let's see here.
For now, you need to keep going. Keep going.
Let's see. Okay, we got Joe. I'm Wally. Hopefully I got that right. I'm just tell the judge to do his job, and whoever it's guilty.
That's what I told
him. No, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say, look, You're taking me away from my livelihood, and what is it, $65 a day? That ain't paying the bills.
No.
So, I mean, I guess, the last 2 days, it's more than I made on eBay, but my mind's going to be focused on the things I got to deal with.
I just got that.
Okay. Well, we'll get to it in a minute.
No, I just got what you said.
Okay. Devon says, in Idaho, you show up to court and tell them money, hardship, and they excuse you.
Yeah, they don't do that here.
Well, I'm going to tell them, you want a mannequin in the box, you're going to get one. And I'm going to be like, guilty? Well, I wouldn't want to take it out of them. Not guilty. Glenda says, Jenna, I know where Seguin, Texas is. I grew up in Victoria, Texas, not too far from there. Small world.
Yeah,
right?
That is a small world. That's
I hear the roads are great out there.
Oh, no. The roads are horrid. Horrid.
Yeah, I wear that shirt. As Ken says, make sure you wear the "in my defense, I was left unsupervised."
You should.
Yeah, but then you gotta dress a certain way. I think they want you to wear like something.
No, not if you're gonna stay. Only if you were staying.
Don't bathe for 3 weeks. We're a little late. We're a little late for that. I gotta go. I gotta call tomorrow night. Sunday night, and see if they want me to report. Maya says, man, I just got one of those jury duty letters a few months ago and almost flipped out, but was addressed to someone else who lived in my house many years ago. Not sure how it happened.
Oh, wow. I don't mind it. I want to be on a jury.
Let's see. Lisa Nia, I've been getting errors still when search or looking for solds. Refresh, it goes away when I see funky errors. I like to clear cookies and log out and log back in just in case it's on my end. I deleted the whole app and then reinstalled it and still had the issues.
Yeah, see, Todd, I want to be on a
jury duty is interesting to me. I like serving.
Just ask them if I can come in instead.
Yeah. I would be happy for that. I know the amount of stuff that I do, and I don't want it to affect the channel, one, and I don't want it to affect my ability to get as much stuff done for the business. And it's just my mind's not going to be there. MJ, just tell them you have a personal aversion to the prison industrial complex and would gladly keep the cell empty, and they'll let you go, John.
Mr. Say, someone say poker. Yes.
Yes.
I said poker, that John can't focus when he's playing poker because he thinks about the business.
I'm still winning. I'm a winning player, even though. Samantha Hunter says, oh, wow. Sorry, John, about that. I had mine dismissed due to I live deep in country territory and don't drive. Good luck. Well,
deep in country territory. I wish we did.
Simple Beautiful says, could it be seasonal? I don't know what that is. Maybe what I'm selling. I don't know.
No.
Ping G says, I returned home after visiting with my daughter for a week and the sink was overflowing with dirty dishes. Yuck.
Oh, no.
No, can't do that. That's not a good feeling.
I was so thankful. I mean, the dishwasher was empty. It was all good.
Yeah.
I have an amazing husband.
Paul Rose says, while I was a paid employee, jury duty would have been fun, but as self-employed, it would be a nightmare. Do they compensate you for your time in the U.S.? They do. California gives you $15 a day. So it used to be where we worked, you get the $15 a day. You'd have to turn that over to your employer. So whatever, let's say you served on a jury for a month, that all accumulated. You got one check for it. You give it to your employer, and they cover your regular pay for that entire time that you're gone.
Well, for when we worked at Amtrak,
yes,
they paid us our whole paycheck.
Yeah, that's what I said. But we had to give them.
We had to give them the $15.
And so I served on a jury during that time. But even Nevada, it's $65 a day. And I'm sure there's some people out there, wow, sign me up. But no, I'm not trying.
$65 is not enough.
I'm not trying to do that. Josh Blackwell says, how do you feel about a reseller flipping your items? No problem with it as long as I'm making money. I wouldn't worry about it at all. In my mind, I'm laughing because, wow, my cost of goods was $10. Theirs was $40. Okay, fine. They're going to try to flip it for $100. But I already made my money and it's moved on. Good luck selling that item. You might be sitting because they can't run the same kind of markdown sales that you can, the same kind of other things. And if that item was so hot, you probably can get more for it yourself. So they're buying it to resell it. Good luck on that. Guy Guru says, my work actually pays you your full pay if you have jury duty. Biff says my bad days are often directly after a monster day. That's a sure thing. Yeah,
that's what's been.
I told her
happening.
I was going to have a 0 sales tomorrow. Watch.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to put that out there.
I know. I keep quit putting it in the universe.
But I was right.
I know you were right.
We got Romans has learned today that success for eBay lies within the Delaware basement. Yes. It's Tommy's house. Mike Gertis has got a return from a fellow reseller who can't read or look at photos correctly. Resellers are my worst customers. My block list continues to grow. Yeah.
And that is true, because we have had some run-ins with some crazy people, and they've all been resellers.
Mr. Stadium, I had a 9 sale day on that $800 day.
9 sales?
9 sales. 9 sales total on that day. Chastity says, I had no sales Thursday and Friday last week, and then sales kicked in over the weekend. I had garbage sales on Friday and Saturday last weekend, and then a switch flipped on Sunday, Monday. I had like a $600 day on Sunday, $700 day on Monday, like a $400 day on Tuesday, $800 something on Wednesday, and I haven't seen a sale since.
Makes no sense.
Guy Gross is right, maybe a small part, but lots of people couldn't access their phone and had to impact some sales.
Yeah, but not everybody's on AT&T.
Drew says, I can't be the only one that thinks eBay is better than ever. Well, I mean, no, I think Drew might, because let's see, what, Poshmark is no longer in Australia. They really don't have a whole lot of they don't even have Amazon out there, right? So eBay, from what I understand, Grumpy Granny was saying that really eBay is the platform out there, and so there's a very, very good chance because of that it's pretty good for you. Let's try to get down here to some. We got No Funny. I said I had to uninstall the apps today. Uploading photos was all messed up looking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kept going into the SKU to try to put where I put this item, and it just hung, and then finally it just crashed the app. John, Worldwide Weber, a lot of people buy on their phone, and any kind of outage can have an effect. Probably just the government doing A/B testing. Let's hope it's not something more nefarious than that. Yeah. Benny says, unless the traffic reports are all made up, over 25 years, I've learned not to listen to believe any data eBay gives. It's hard to trust an eBay traffic report when they give you the traffic report, and then you go back and look, and it's like all your data. Like, I have more page views and less impressions for the same dates. It's like they decided, well, we gave you 100,000 impressions, but we really think you had 150,000 somehow. And then you have maybe 100 page views, but we thought maybe that you'd really have 60. It's just crazy what they did last year, and it made me really doubt the validity of these traffic reports. Samantha says corporate eBay is the problem. eBay, it's really not a hard engine to run either way. If they do what the resellers offer them and more, eBay could be, dare I say, a great again. I think
I agree.
If they change course, and I really have my doubts that they will, but if they change course and really start to listen to the feedback, not only that channels are talking about, but look at the comments and look at what some of these people are saying that sell on the platform, and collectively get the data. You don't have to pay a firm to put out a survey, because these companies, they'll pay millions of dollars to these firms to do these surveys to different customers, right? You can get the data for free if you just compile all the information from comments and chats for these live streams. And I know eBay has a social media team. What good is the social media team if they're not looking at the feedback and reporting it and making changes on the platform based on that feedback?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just getting fired up because it makes no sense. Why have a social media team if maybe it's just a job for someone with a lot of seniority to sit back and watch, YouTube and Instagram videos all day and do absolutely nothing with that information?
Well, maybe they don't have that person or that team anymore.
I'm sure they do.
Dre, your wife would appreciate it.
Kelly says, I was summoned for jury duty last year, but fortunately wasn't picked. I doubt you're at the age to say you're exempt for old age. but maybe there's an exemption you can find for your state. I'm just going to tell the truth. You guys go keep me here. That's fine. I'm not a willing participant. Let me put it that way. Benny Stratton says the only thing that matters is the 30-day total. As long as that is consistent, I'm good. But every day that passes without sales will impact that 30-day. Gail Carlson says, hello, John and Jenna. I'm late, but I made it. Yes, thanks for being here. Mr. Sadie says, my eBay sales have always come in batches. I always chalked it up to a small store. You might be right, but it's just not a normal activity. Lisa, I keep getting you confused with Lisa, because I trained myself over all these months to say it. But Lisa, same here. My sales say all kinds of weird numbers and percents and none right since day one. Yeah. Basket Noodle says, peace, peeps. Thanks for being here. Richard says, T-Mobile and Verizon were also affected, but not 100%. You probably mean T-Mobile, not T-Mobile.
Yeah. Thank you, Devon.
Thank you. Anytime Picker says, I filed lawsuit against AT&T for not being able to use my phone for 10 seconds and it caused a lot of stress. Let's see. Let's see if I can get to some new folks. Let's see. Paul says, yeah, I don't trust any of the data. To be honest, the last 3 days on my second account, the 31-day sales figures have gone from 200+% to 300+%. Today, 400+%. I haven't sold anything on that account.
Wow. That's wild.
John says the graph they show me on promotions under marketing is different than the graph on my Seller Hub. On the promotions graph, it shows multiple 0 days, while on the Seller Hub, sales every day. But see, the thing is, that graph with the promotion shows you what sales that you made using that particular markdown sale or coupon. So you might have a sale that didn't utilize either of those things. You wouldn't expect the opposite, meaning that you have data on your markdown sale or your coupon that doesn't reflect for that same day on your overall sales, because that overall sales number in your Seller Hub is going to encompass everything that sold, regardless of how it sold. And for me, it's not happening. What is that? We'll go on. We'll move on. Past these, we'll skip some of these weird comments.
But it was bigger.
Guide says, John, I heard a cha-ching, or cha-ching. Not for me.
Not from our phones.
John says, promotion graph is supposed to be showing base sales and promotions, or am I missing something? Promotion graph is supposed to be showing data for that particular promotion or coupon, that anything directly tied to that. And if you had a sale that didn't involve a coupon or didn't involve your markdown sale, you wouldn't have any data there, but it would still show up in your overall solds for that in your Seller Hub for that week or that day. Brenda says, I think we can all agree family and self come first. I took 6 years away from eBay after I lost my son to cancer.
Gosh,
Brenda,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then, you hear things like that and it
brings you right back.
It just
reality.
It minimizes the importance of anything else I'm talking about, because that's more important than anything else.
Yeah. Always.
Basket Noodle says it's called stability. There's no stability in relying on a handful of websites to live upon. Simple. But it's worked. It's continued to work. And a lot of people say, had somebody jump on my post that I made that you are pro eBay. You don't care about other sellers. And it's like, think what you want. I have opinions, and that doesn't always align with the crowd that hates eBay and wants eBay to fall apart. For me, it's like, I appreciate eBay for the fact that they have never missed a payment. Now I might be missing some sales based on what eBay is doing, but the money that I do make is still hitting my account every week. And it's that I still appreciate that. And if that means that I'm pro eBay, I guess then I'm pro eBay then, but I'm pro, let's not be on either side of the fence. Let's just be honest. There's good things about eBay and there's some very bad things about eBay. And I'm always going to give you both sides because I see both sides, and I don't sponsor, or I'm not sponsored by other platforms that want to see eBay fall. And I'm not going to hurt my own self to make a buck. And those are just examples of folks who've gone so far off the edge of not liking eBay that they're willing to do whatever they can to support other companies that sort of it goes against their own interests, and I'm not that guy. So call me what you want, but that's just my 2 cents on that. Benny says it sounds like something with the UK government wanting eBay to verify them, and eBay keeps moving the goalposts for Nick and Andrea. That's horrible, and I hope it doesn't have anything to do with, maybe their opinions or what they may say about eBay. Maybe eBay sees that in a negative light and there's retribution. I hope eBay's gotten past that. Tommy says, I thought Josh needed an influx of cash. That's why I was suggesting a massive sale. Didn't know he needed healthcare things. My bad. Yeah. He was talking about his kids needing braces, like $6,500 worth. And when you're seeing an opportunity, and it's not an opportunity that's sort of open-ended, it's just like, you got to give us an answer here in the next week or so. Yeah. And you see that, and it's like, wow, if I take that money from my business, what is that going to do to my business? So I understand 100% what he was up against. We have Shane. Hello, beautiful FA fam. Happy Friday. Welcome back. Jenna. Hello, John. Thanks for being here. Hi, Shane. Awesome that you're here. Maya says, don't they have healthcare in Canada? I know the braces were an issue, but if you said enough stuff, probably sold enough stuff, probably pay for those outright. But I don't know what.
But you have to remember that's an additional cost to all of his other costs.
And they might even think that, well, as long as you have teeth in your mouth, it's elective.
It is elective because it's braces, it's orthodontics. It is not mandatory.
Yeah.
But it will improve their way of life. I mean, I had braces, it definitely will change.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
What?
I'm so excited.
You better accept it.
I don't even care who they are. They can have the worst, leave the worst feedback for anybody. I'm taking that offer.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited for that noise.
There's
right there. $27. Take it. Wow. Sorry about that. We got so excited.
Anyway.
But an hour ago, I did end item sell similar, so that could have fixed it. So we'll see what happens. Lisa says, Nick and Andrea issue is an error that the stupid data programmers made in their automated verification program. As always, automation program fails. Yes, AI sucks. Well, you put something in the hands of a computer, it's not going to have reason.
Their situation, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
You didn't know who we're talking about.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Rest assured, I know who we're talking about.
Okay.
Rest assured. Be comforted in that. And we got a sale, so all's fixed now, right?
Yep.
MJ says, I had a co-host suggestion and tried commenting on your videos, but for some reason, whatever I typed, YouTube didn't like it.
You better be nice, MJ.
You can always comment in the comments or send me an email, but maybe they just thought it was a bad idea. I don't know.
Maybe it was a bad idea, MJ. Maybe you should rethink it.
Let's see.
Just kidding.
Let's see. Soda City. Hey, Scott. How's it going, brother? I miss Archie already. Well, he's still around.
He didn't die.
It's I don't know too much about the backstory about the Locker Room Reseller Podcast, and I don't even have your name right. I'm sorry. The Reseller Locker Room Podcast, I believe. They went from 4 to 3 people, and I kind of know really no more than that behind what was said, what wasn't said, who pissed who off, because that's usually that's how the Beatles broke up, right? So I'm sure that's kind of, it had something along those lines. Someone said something or didn't do something or didn't feel a certain way or whatever, and things happen. So I'm sure Archie's still watching, but
I have no idea what happened.
I don't know.
Josh leaves. Archie's no longer a part of the locker room. I have missed out, and I have no idea what's going on. I feel very left in the clouds.
Benny Stratton says, I believe in the theory that eBay rotates sellers on servers to share with the wealth. Some sellers are put on working servers and sellers are put on broken servers. So why are there broken servers? Why reserve servers? Okay, we're going to have a bunch of servers, and we're going to make sure these work, and we're going to make sure that these don't. So that way we can move people to broken server. That doesn't make, not any shade at you, Benny. And I've heard people talk about servers.
I am so sick of hearing about servers.
But make it make sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. It's sort of like Hertz renting cars. We're going to give 75% of our cars out that work to people, and 25% of these people are going to get ones that don't work. They're going to break down in the middle of nowhere. And that's going to be our business model. No, you wouldn't put those in service. Why put a broken server into play in the first place? Fix it before you actually put it into play. John says, at what time it seemed to me that YouTubers are just looking for attention, but John, Jen, and Josh do give their own attention back to people who watch, and it's appreciated. Your effort shows. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you, John. That really means a lot, because that is exactly what we try to do.
Yeah. I know we have Ferret Fan. I'm not sure if he's here today. If he's watching. He sent me an email and said, hey, I want to talk to you about the eBay International Shipping Program. And he left his phone number. Call me. And I'm like, okay, I'm busy. But you know what? He took the time to send an email. And I called him. We chatted about it for a few minutes. Yeah.
Today?
Yesterday.
Oh. Where the hell have I been?
Here. I'm out in the garage. I
feel really out of the loop, you guys. I feel really out.
You're doing your cross listing. You got the makeup videos. That
I was not watching makeup videos.
I'm not taking you out of your zone.
I was watching a court
okay.
thing.
Okay. Well, that's the same. So I'm not taking you out of your zone, right? That's your thing. I'm not gonna do it. Maya says, Guy Grew, I was so upset going through my basement last week. I found 2 bags of winter clothes I completely forgot about. Reasons not to carry death pile. It was like a clown car. Well, we're gonna get rid of a bunch of more crap. So I want you tonight to go through and get me a pile of crap that I can drag over to Mike's house, and we're going to just throw it in the dollar bin, and so I can make some money to buy some of Mike's things that can sell on eBay.
What?
No, that's the payment. That's the payment.
I thought we already heard. We already heard.
No, that's the acceptance. Then there's the payment. So Tommy says, my small brain is fragile, so if I start thinking eBay is jacked up, I'll end up in a corner sucking my thumb. Dragon Master Finds has finally got a Poshmark sale. Only took a month of cross listing and 1,300 plus followers. Keep building that followers list.
Keep getting it higher. Yeah.
Sit in, at the end of your night or end of your day, sit back in bed, say, I'm going to take 30 minutes and just go follow. I just did that. Did that a few years ago, and we built it up because they'll follow you back. Gem Flipper, I always like to have options available, especially with sources of income. I still maintain employment at a hospital and do it or IT consulting along with eBay. That's been my normal since after college. Yeah. Right now is not a good time to go full time. If you have something, maybe you don't like it so much, but it pays the bills. You got the benefits. Do eBay on the side until things get really, really a lot better than they are with reselling, or really, really, really bad where you're on the verge of being arrested at your work because you're just almost done with whoever you're working with.
Don't ever let it get that far.
Yeah. See if I can get to Maya says, I barely have any glitches on Flip for some reason. Vendu lags my computer like crazy, so I don't use it. Everyone's going to have their own experiences with a lot of these programs.
Yeah.
And
there were times when I had that same situation, but it wasn't all the time though.
Remember,
that's the weird thing.
These cross-listing tools are doing the work for you. So it's not like, you're boom, 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 going to get results with it fast. A lot of these things, you want to set a task like, okay, I want to cross-post these 100 items. So you go in and you select the items and you have it cross-post it. Like have it start the process for you, and then come back in and fill in the different, because when you cross post, no matter what service you use, you're going to have to fill in the shipping for Mercari and stuff like that. But when you're doing, there's certain things that you can do, like sharing your, like you're using Posture VA, right? You can just let it run. And I know that the folks at TreeCat are working on some things that you're going to be able to do that you can just hit it and then walk away, that other sites may not have looked into yet. So I'll say that much. Let's see where else. I'm trying to catch up to you guys. SCG Collectibles says, I'm trying to cross list with new app, but it's not working like it's supposed to. I'm so frustrated with these cross listing apps. Yeah, apps versus computer sites. I know that TreeCat doesn't have an app yet. Something that they may introduce down the road, but everything that they have set up is through the PC.
Yeah, I'm good with that because I can just let it run and it does its own thing. We
got Wolfman's Goodies. Thanks for being here and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Nice to see you. Like to see new faces. So, drop in, say hi. You don't have to leave a super chat, but certainly can say hi. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Here's Jovial. Says, hello, FHM. On the phone with eBay now. Everyone else have their payouts on hold for 5 days out of the blue. Oh, that's not good.
That is no good.
100% top rated seller. Yeah, when you start messing with my money, that's when I get really aggravated with eBay. But the money's they've never missed a payment with
you
us.
You better knock on some
well,
wood.
I mean, heck,
but Rhonda, get them. Get them.
Not funny. So I just searched a few of your items and value trends. Well, hopefully it's not the store.
Okay, I sure hope that's not the store because you are spelling it incorrectly.
3 to be exact. Everything I searched showed up close to the top of the listing for what it's worth. Or it's top of the search. Better be. I mean,
put a Z on value trends.
Well, it's okay. But yeah, I appreciate you looking that up. I know that things are on the up and up. I went in and bought my own item today from the different accounts. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's just a comedy of things that all culminated into a 36-hour period where I just wasn't getting those people to buy my item. I don't know. Andy says, here's the main question of the whole night. When everybody's waiting to find out why did they call it TreeCat?
Maybe we should ask.
I think I asked, but I don't know if he gave me the answer or not, but I'm sure he did. I just didn't retain it. Maya says, John replied to one of my comments implying they were considering Depop, but they didn't come out. Say it get Flip has promised Depop for years. Hasn't still happened. I know they're talking about working.
Talking about it.
But again, they want to.
They want to perfect.
Well, it's about getting things right.
Yeah.
Get a solid foundation of the 3 sites, and then if there's demand, then they're, of course, that's why I like working with them. They want to provide the tool that's going to work for most people, and really most people are listing on those 3 sites. But I know they had mentioned it that they're looking into adding more eventually.
They said eventually.
Yeah. And TreeCat's with us. Looks like they're going to work with you on that issue. Tommy says, Jovial, if it randomly happens, if you had a decent sales increase, can trigger it. Like trigger a hold on your funds. I've been told that unusual activity, so new activity, not just being a new seller. Let's say you're an established seller, you take a couple months off and start selling in a decent volume, then they're going to see that as strange activity, and they're going to put a hold on your funds in your account. Benny says they spared under $10 because they didn't want to scare off trading card sellers because they're one of their focused categories. That is the only reason. That's an assessment. Certainly, it may be an educated guess, but they've never come out to say why they spared anyone, and that's the problem with eBay. They could say, look. That's our FedEx guy, and guess how many items we sold yesterday, and guess how many items that they are going to be picking up here in a couple minutes. 0.
I know, I might hurt my back.
So that's the thing. eBay needs to do a better job of communicating. Why did you not add 10 cents? Why did you? If they came out and said we're protecting our featured category, then that would make sense. But they haven't. All we can do is draw our own conclusions. So you might be right, and you might not be. Let's see. Bobby Marshall, what's up, guys? Jenna, glad to see you made it back safe. Just want to report for sales this week on Bonanza alone. Could be a good place for auto parts. We had no sales on Bonanza this week, but it's kind of a monthly thing. So Bonanza will come back in a couple weeks, I'm sure, with a strong sale. They usually are pretty strong sales on Bonanza. Let's see. Maya has a ton of anime items she wanted to sell because I don't need so much junk in my house. I think they would sell on Depop. Just had a lot of death piles to list. Yeah, get them listed. Just when you think that I have these Coach sandals, right? We had them listed on Poshmark and Mercari, they sold on Mercari. You know, you'd think they would have sold on Poshmark over anything else, but they sold on Mercari. Holly has a question for TreeCat on Poshmark bundles of more than one item purchased. Does your program delist the bundle items? Because other programs do not. And I know that Michelle TreeCat, she sells on Poshmark as well. A lot of clothing items, and I'm sure that was considered. So hopefully, there it goes. Yes, we do. There it goes. So yes, it does. Lisa, I use PC John regarding clean cookie log in and out for errors. I probably need to do that on the PC. I probably need to do that. MJ says, funny how Bonanza is great for some folks. I can't get past that $2 shipping fee they recently implemented, though. Here's the thing with Bonanza, their shipping isn't bad. Their rates aren't bad at all. It's very close to what eBay offers. And sometimes I can save $5 shipping that large item with FedEx through my dedicated FedEx account. So I'm willing to say, okay, I'll take a $3 win and just pay Bonanza their $2 fee. And a lot of times they're not discounting the shipping. You know, I can have shipping set as a discounted rate to my buyers, and you should, by the way, on eBay, add a couple bucks handling to your shipping policy, but offer that shipping discount to your buyers on eBay. I don't see that on Bonanza. They charge that buyer full ask, but now you can then go and buy that discounted label and make some money off the shipping through Bonanza. That might be why they're not doing so great. But again, I think that's a site that has a lot of potential if they just find a way to get the traffic to their site. Tommy says, if you can revise a Poshmark listing so that items with offers can be delisted, that would be a game changer.
Wouldn't that be a game changer?
I got to tell you, they are working on that. I'll tell you that right now. They are working on that. We had a discussion.
Didn't tell me.
Yeah, that's what
you didn't even tell me what you and.
Well, they had asked us to make a couple offers on their items so we could do a test. So they're working on it. They're working on a lot of good things. So
is that what they were working on when I did that?
That's what they're working on. So it's really them as resellers looking at it from that perspective. And I think that you get enough of the things that resellers are looking for into one tool, and that becomes very interesting for a lot of people. Easy Pickens says, jury duty, if you take care of a loved one between the hours 8 to 5, grounds for dismissal in Los Angeles, no questions asked, excused.
Yeah, California, you can get out of it pretty easy. I was always able to get out of it. Now, not in Nevada, you can't.
How do I say this? So, Your Honor, my wife, she's constantly watching these court videos, and I'm really concerned for her mental well-being. I need to make sure she's not. So I got to be there to make sure she only sticks to one court case per day. It's really not good for her sanity.
You know, you can tell them that you might be, you're at risk of having your wife hear about the case.
I talk in my sleep?
Yeah.
I talk in my sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. Let's see. In between names, says, how's everyone doing? Are sales crazily down on eBay for everyone else? Mine's just weird. I mean, I guess it's a win. I'm back up to $27 for the day. But let's see what else we got here. Trying to catch up because Beard's going live in like 10 minutes. So I want to.
Tommy, I did not watch that one, but I want to.
So TreeCat says, we like cats, we like trees, also names after a character in a book, Hanoverse. TreeCat helps a girl out.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait. Like trees also. Character in a book. Oh. Okay. That's cool.
Let's see. Who else we got? Drew says, we bent the knee to eBay here, kind of have no choice. But it's kind of like, it's like a monopoly on, you guys have Australia has a firm hold on the market, on the reselling market. Nina's Jewels says, batch sales are the result of promoted listings, in my opinion.
I'm going to have to watch that one, Tommy.
MJ says, I didn't take up eBay on that $100 offer because I heard people were getting charged. Sorry to hear that, Jovial. Yeah, I took them up on it. I didn't get, well, at least I don't think I got charged, but I mean, I haven't been looking at it all that closely. Trying to get caught up here a little bit. As Beard would say, I'm cheating. Minnie Duke says, just got my sale after hitting the like. Big old $12.95.
Hey, but it's $12.95 you didn't have.
I would love to
2
see
minutes ago.
$12.95 hit my phone. Maya says, I hope they do, but for some of the people, I don't think they've lived here in 10 plus years. I bought it 6 years ago. Before me, there was a family, but these other people were here before that even.
For the mail.
Yeah. MJ says, I suggested changing the name to something like Ecom Power Hour so it wasn't limited to eBay or reselling, opening you up to other topics and guests.
Yeah, it's something we discussed as well. So
and
we'll see.
Archie's here. I knew he was here. I just left work on my business to rebuild it. Nothing more.
I just left to work on my own business to build it.
I wish we were the Beatles. Thomas says, Archie, I'm glad you stood up for yourself and are not letting those guys touch you inappropriate anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You will survive. Wow. Lisa says, it's not for AI, for Al or Nick and Andrea. I guess I'm reading this wrong. It's not AI for Nick and Andrea issue. It is old-fashioned data programming. The writers of the ID verification program failed to go through some automation error, not easy for customer service to fix. You have Christy in the house says, hello, I just got my cha-ching from learning so much. There you go.
Awesome.
I like hearing that. Trying to catch you.
I want tacos. Wolfman's goodies. I want tacos. I always want tacos.
You making them? Biscuit Butt says, Jen and I watch the same type of show, so I could go over there, watch them with her while John keeps working on until 2 a.m. every day.
Serious, and you won't have to call us at midnight.
MJ says, I'm such a PC person, so an app isn't important to me yet. I know I'll have to get on board. Yeah. I think eventually over time, it is going to be somewhat required to got to get with the time, got to get that app, right? Benny says, Pierre Omidyar, founder, and Devin Winnig are two of the three largest individual shareholders of eBay. That's pretty bad when someone who did what he did, the Steiners, that connected to eBay. Yeah, I think. Okay. Just got a notification that I guess Scott Bearded Picker is going to start the show in about 30 minutes, about 5:30 or 8:30 Eastern.
Is this somebody texting on his behalf?
I don't know. Someone is in the Orange County, California, letting me know that. I think I know who it is. That is Dave. Dave.
So he's got people doing his dirty work now.
No, that's Smoker Dave.
No, I know who it is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. He said Scott will be doing,
and
that's why I'm like, wait, what?
Did you watch the Missing Mom trial?
No, I just replied to him. No, I don't. I didn't watch that one, but I was going to, but I had that trip and blah, blah, blah. What do you say?
What the hell? You don't have me saved? No, I got it. I got it. I know who you are because I have the.
Oh, your phone's gonna blow up now.
Just take a hit for me, Dave. Paul says, I've got some very high value items to list over the next few weeks. Hopefully that doesn't trigger some kind of hold. We'll see. I hope not. Shouldn't.
I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, unless it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Lisa says, I have to take more breaks of watching true crime and court cases than eBay. Crime is a head game if you watch too much. Yeah, I can.
I watch it every day, and it doesn't play any tricks on me.
JRKR 1964. Even if you list a consistent number of amount each day, your sales will not be consistent.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. But it's. Am I the only one that thinks that if you go from a great day to a 0 day, and it happens more than once, that's not normal? If I go from a great day to an day, okay, that's cool. I mean, it happens. So you write it off, but you can almost predict, like, if I have a 0 day, I'm going to have a great day tomorrow, right? It's happened twice last year. So now it's the opposite thing. We had a great day and I'm like, watch, I won't get any sales tomorrow. There's no reason for me to believe that. I was still listing. I was listing good stuff, like I was listing good stuff today, still buying good stuff. And it happened. And it's like, why? I have the things that people want right now. And they were selling Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So what makes Thursday and Friday any different for those same kind of items? I don't know. Makes no sense to me. I'll never know. I just have to guess it. Let's see. jovial about her situation with the funding. It's been tough for sure. Haven't been monitoring what all has been going on with eBay account because most think it's complaining. Everything was great up until 18 months ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of people could say that last year was a really tough one. And I'm still getting Dave blowing me up, but it's okay.
Did you say unsubscribe?
No, unbelievable. Thomas, there's very little evidence, but the defense attorney is unhinged and the judge is the best we've ever seen. So talking about non-related things here.
The missing mom trial. I have to go and watch it.
So I think we've kind of caught up with the chat. So want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here with us today. Over 200 throughout the show. That's awesome. The fact that you guys will tune in to watch me rant and yap and, and
us bicker. And,
yeah, but I think that's part of the fun. Want to thank you guys for that. And the fact that we've had this live allowed us to hit a like button. And I think it allowed us to get a sale and kind of break the rut. So now I'm fired up. I want to get out in the garage and I want to start listing stuff. Might jump on Beard's channel while I do.
Well, you better at this point.
Well, I'm going to. And
Dave might have your head if you don't.
No, I'm going to jump on there and I got to do some sourcing anyway. So I usually go on the show and do all I'm multitasking the whole time. It's kind of cool. But good days are going to happen. Bad days are going to happen. Weird things are going to happen, like finding the $25 on a markdown sale when it says I shouldn't have had any sales. But trying to make sense of all that is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent weekend. If you can get to yard sales, get out there, get the stuff to get it listed. People are starting to get their refunds and there's opportunities to make money on the platform.
That's right.
And not only on eBay, but if you cross post, you can get more eyes in front of your items and make more opportunities. And check out the links below. If you don't have a Poshmark account, don't have a Mercari account, click on the links. You'll get hooked up with a little bonus for signing up. And when you make your first purchase, I'll get hooked up as well. It's a win-win. And of course, check out TreeCat if you're looking at cross-listing and see if that's going to work. It's still free for the next couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks until they get their payment server up or the payment processor up. So give them a chance and see what it looks like. So until the next time, guys, and I will put out a post if we aren't going to do the live because of jury duty. Because she's not going to want to come on here by herself, unfortunately. Nope. So until next time, whatever that might be, have a great rest of your day.
Have a great weekend, guys. We love you.